This is Advisorpedia at the Fearless Investing Summit, and I'm here with Jamie Hopkins. How are you, Jamie?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you again.
You got new stuff going on this year? You're writing a new book? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, life's great. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here, too, among friends. It's such a great event, but life's been really good. Yeah, I was just saying the creative itch. I'm getting ready to work on a new retirement book. It's all actually mapped out. Most of it's written, so that'll be coming out in about a year. Really exciting. And headed up FinServ Foundation. So we've got 35 students from across the country here on CFP programs, that want to be the advisors of the future. We've got them here out at the event. We actually have 183 fellows in the program in 2024 alone. It's been a phenomenal growth of FinServ, and it's a 501c3 nonprofit. Everybody that's part of it is a volunteer. We have about 185 volunteers across this industry that give back. So shout out to all the volunteers for FinServ. And then, work's been wild. I can't believe it's been a year at the new role, but we've really revamped our entire tech stack, rolled out a lot of new advisor experiences for the advisors we serve. So it's been a really fun past year. It's gone by in a flash. Time just keeps getting faster.
So why is it important for advisors to have these bolt-on services that you guys offer?
Yeah, I actually talked about it on main stage. The question that was asked of me was, what's going to be the most disruptive thing in the space in the next 3 to 5 years? I think everybody but me said AI. I just don't believe AI is going to disrupt this space in the next 3 years. Regulation, most of the advisors out there can't adequately capture text messages. We're not ready for AI. Just going to be completely honest there, right? That's still a product we're rolling out. So what I see is happening is there is fee pressure out there, but what fee pressure is really showing up as is more value. I want more value from my advisor. And what clients want out there in the world is their advisor to be that central hub of all the services. We've known this since the 1980s in financial planning. The advisor is going to play that central role. But now more than ever, we can actually add these bolt-on services. So taxes is mixing in here. You see companies like Holistaplan, been very disruptive and additive in the space, but you're seeing firms buy tax practices. That's really sped up the last couple of years. You've got the estate planning softwares that are coming into the space, Vanilla, Trust Will, Wealth.com, Encore, adding that. And that's going to go a step further. You've got companies now buying law firms and setting them up inside to deliver the legal docs. So you can keep going down. Trust services is another big one. Insurance has always been around. But these add more ways to add value, control that client experience so it's consistent, and really kind of continue to manage revenue from a business perspective. So you look at all those, that's what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, and it's the most doable that it's ever been. There were challenges to figure out how you structure this, what do the agreements look like, or is there software to do it? We're in a new phase here. This is totally the next phase of the advisory business.
Let me get your thoughts on potential tax cuts and jobs and how that's going to impact the advisor community.
Yeah, so I've been saying for about 3 years that we would start talking about Tax Cut and Job Act expiring right around the election. It's kind of occurring right now. Now, I would say election's been a little bit different than probably anyone would have imagined a couple years ago, but the conversation's up there. Almost no matter what happens with the election, really irrelevant. There's either going to have to be an extension, which is an act of Congress. It will revert back for the personal income cuts that occurred during Tax Cut and Job Act to the pre-rules, or we've got to get a new bill entirely. So there is no real status quo occurring at the end of next year. If we get a split government by any chance, the odds that this bill goes away and we have something new goes up dramatically. I'd say if you get kind of a single-controlled, Republican, entire government, you might see an extension of this bill in all real terms, but that's still not happening in January and February, March and April. That's going to happen in December of next year, really late in the year. So what we're going to see is a lot of activity on the estate planning, gifting, charitable work, and small business structure setup. 199 Cap A is one of those scary ones. So people that don't know that one, it's the pass-through deduction that came around in 2017. So huge planning opportunities here. To me, for advisors, you've got to start talking to clients December, January, because some of that planning is going to need to be executed perhaps middle of the year, late next year. And if you wait to the end of 2025 to have these conversations, you're going to be too late. You're not going to be able to find the attorneys and the other people to set these vehicles up.
Last one for you. How does Bryn Mawr partner with advisors, and what do you do for them that really gives some substance?
Yeah, so we've been around a long time serving advisors, financial service companies. Actually, our holding company is 193 years old, so one of the longest running trust service companies in the country. The main thing we do and help with advisors is step in as that corporate trustee. So where you're thinking advisor needs to get a trust in place today, mostly for tax planning, estate planning situations. You've got a high income tax client in, say, California. They want to set up a Delaware trust. We come in as the corporate trustee. Advisor continues to manage that relationship, manage the assets, and we partner with the advisor to do that trustee services. A couple firms have hopped in and bought trust companies in the last couple of years, but if you're not going to go that route, you do need to find a great trust partner, especially in light of Tax Cut and Job Act. If this thing rolls back, you're going to see a lot more people needing that trust in place for estate taxes. But if not, they're going to be paying 40% estate tax on everything back over, about $12 million. So for a $24 million client, $12 million at 40% is millions of dollars from not doing the planning. This isn't like, hey, this is a couple $1,000, we missed a $1,500 write-off. We're talking in that case of over, $5 million. That's a significant amount of money that you could lose for a client by failing to do that type of planning. So that's where we'd like to be a partner.
Great. Jamie Hopkins, a wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me on again.